that will go on now. It's interesting if you consider historically the impact of technology. Just give you a moment to look, to read this. Can the people in the back row read it? Okay. So, I mean, this speaks to me about our understandings, our conception of things, how we frame our mindset. And what I will suggest respectfully through the journey that will go on now is that maybe we need to move from some old conversations, okay, to consider maybe a new syntax. So in this image, it's really taking on an old technology. And maybe the car here is actually more comfortable than sitting on this sort of device. So the old conversation here is how it's used and in what sort of ways. The new conversation, the new syntax here is maybe some change in behavior, equally as much from our students and from us. You know, in the past you learn your ABCs. The 3 R's were important. They talk about the X, Y, and Z generation in terms of labels for students' change of behavior. One of the models I'll share with you in terms of teaching and learning possibilities around mobile learning are the 4 R's. 4 R's. Recall, reinterpret, relate, and I can't remember the last one, but we'll come to it soon. So as I mentioned, we're looking at here really people and products as a first sort of consideration. So if we think about people and the impact of Web 2 in particular, if I could broadly situate Web 2 first, it's a move from what they call the read web. In other words, I would engage with the content mostly through reading it, engaging with it, looking at an audio, a video, and so on. Then we have a move to the read-write web. In other words, more and more people are actively creating content. In the past, I used to have to know HTML programming. Now, through a site like, for example, Wikispaces, very straightforward. I can do this and establish a resource for my students very, very easily. So what I'd like to do is get a sense of, well, your people perspective. After today, I'll send to Julia, and she can forward you a PDF of this booklet that I've produced for you. Because I'm also aware that we have about an hour and a bit, a little over an hour for today, and there's at least 30 people here, a lot of different contexts. Maybe I can't cover exactly what you'd like today. So I've tried to prepare a whole range of resources that I think are interesting for your consideration. So I'll hand out this, and the reason I'm giving it to you now is because there is some space for notes just here, which is obviously where I'll just ask you to write this down. So what we're looking at is, well, what do you consider mobile learning to be? Be interested to hear your perspective. Okay.
Yes, I did.
Well, I'm just checking. No, that's all right. Don't get argued. I'm just checking. Is that true, Peter? Did he ask for permission?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. Yeah, it worried me actually. And, have you ever done that? Have you ever Googled your name?
No.
Well, I'm lucky because I'm kind of invisible. But they let me know. I did my wife, and she can put all over the place.
Oh, nice.
Unknown to her.
It's a good thing.
Well, I guess it's a good thing.